Dear listeners, this is my second video as you know, and in my first video I have discussed about the fundamentals of quantum mechanics. So in my second video I want to share my opinion about the law of exception. This is a law that is developed by B, and so I want to say about the uncertainty behavior of electrons that occurs in our day-to-day lives. In 1973, there was a famous experiment performed by a bunch of scientists called double-slit experiment with electrons. In that experiment they have performed that, where one of the great scientists who has performed that experiment, he performed that from a CRT or cathode ray tube. He passed electrons through two seals, and there was a fluorescent skin back of that. So he fitted two detectors in that double seals. When he at first after the experiment he has observed the number of electrons passed through that silt, and he has observed that a certain limit of electrons passed through that silt, and the ivory pattern was formed in that the fluorescent screen. But after, when he used to know about the uncertainty behavior of electrons and he want to observe that. So if so he has deleted the video, so he has deleted the number of electrons that passed through it from the detectors, and he has seen that the pattern of the electrons does not change in the fluorescent skin. And secondly, again he has performed the experiment, and after that, without seeing the number of electrons that passed through the detectors, he deleted it, and he has seen that the patterns of the electrons change suddenly. Then he has concluded that the basics idea of quantum mechanics. Quantum mechanics only does not work with the pen and paper, but also the thinking of some human beings. For example, when a human dies, we actually observe that he is fully dead, but he is not actually fully dead. He is 50% dead. 50% dead means 50% he is alive in our minds, in some pictures, in some videos, and etc. So I want to talk about the uncertainty behavior of electrons that are present in the human bodies. Each and every human living things contains electrons in their body. The best example of presence of electrons is in the winter season. When we open the sweater, we actually observe the goosebumps that occurs in our whole body. It is actually the presence of charged particles in our body. So the scientists recently, they have observed that when a person dies, a loss of 21 gram from each and every body is observed. Perfectly 21 grams. This is because the electrons that are present in our body become unstable from our that becomes unstable after we die. This the reason for instability is the energy that when we die. What is the reason that we die? It is the reason because that the delta E, that is E2 minus E1, the final energy becomes zero. When the final energy becomes zero, the human dies. And so at that moment the electrons becomes unstable and it come out. We often have seen that some people are explaining about the ghost that they have seen while they are traveling in the night. This is not any ghost or anything, but it is the uncertainty behavior of the electrons that they have observed. For example, when they are coming through when they are coming through any road, by any road in the night, and they have seen that a certain pattern is occurring in front of them. This is not any ghost or something. This is actually the electrons that are or the ionized gas that are present in the atmosphere. And when we pass through that ionized gas, it takes the human body shape, and we often generally see any human or any type of ghost there is present. So it is actually the behavior of electrons that takes place, and it is the unstable. So the electrons that are present in the human body or any living creature's bodies have identical behavior. They possesses the behavior of that human being. For example, if I die at any moment, the electrons present in my body will transfer to some another body, taking the characteristics of me in that body, and that person and the same person will behave like me. So the I want to conclude with I want to conclude with some telling that these electrons are that these electrons perform a very big role in our day-to-day lives, that we often misbehave, that we often misconcepts with this. So uh, I think, dear listeners, that your concept about the ghost is now clear, and from now onwards, you will not scare of ghost, and you will watch my video. And please do not forget to subscribe my video, and like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.